Jimmy, do you copy? Jimmy, do you copy? Jimmy? I copy you. I found something over here. Whatever this is, it's really big.
Since I've been moved down here in Florida about 21 years ago, I've been averaging about 2 to 3 wreck identifications a year, which is it's a pretty good track record.
Mike Barnett and his dive team are grizzled veterans of the Bermuda Triangle. They've discovered and identified more than 50 shipwrecks. The end result is a one-of-a-kind map of unidentified wrecks. His best intel comes from years talking face-to-face with local fishermen.
These guys know where the wrecks are. They don't know what the wrecks are. They know there's something on the bottom.
Today, the team is diving on 2 targets from Barnett's wreck map near the Triangle that may be linked to the area's most bizarre case.
The story of Flight 19 is very compelling and everyone is aware of it. But the lesser-known story is the Martin Mariner.
December 5th, 1945, a squadron of 5 Navy bombers takes off from Fort Lauderdale Naval Air Station on a training mission codenamed Flight 19. Around 5 p.m., the planes radio in that they're lost, their compasses out. Then they vanish somewhere in the Bermuda Triangle. Hours later, a Martin Mariner seaplane is sent out to rescue the 5 planes from Flight 19. It, too, vanishes without a trace.
About 30 minutes after launching, the Martin Mariner disappeared from radar. An explosion of fire was sighted by a passing vessel. And that's all we know.
It was the first incident that really fixated the public's attention to what we would now call the Bermuda Triangle. You have 5 planes that get lost, you get another one that goes out, all of them disappear, 27 men are never seen again.
This is a mystery that I can actually write the final chapter on. That story needs to be told. And to tell the story, you need to find the wreck.
Today, Barnett's joined by Captain Chung Tien and his right-hand man for Bermuda Triangle mystery wrecks, Jimmy Godomsky. The team heads to Target 2 on Barnett's map, reported to be a large, unidentified wreck. It's off the coast of Cape Canaveral and Kennedy Space Center, dozens of miles from where the Martin Mariner may have exploded. But Barnett has a gut feeling about this one.
What drew my attention to this, it's directly over the flight path of the Martin Mariner. So just to rule out this site, we wanted to dive it.
And you guys get ready, let's dive.
I found something over here.
Jumping in, I knew I was looking for some kind of an aircraft. But we've done a lot of aircraft, and it looked different.
Well, some kind of aircraft, but nothing we've ever seen. Look at the honeycomb pattern on all of this. The rivets are very flat.
It looked bigger, substantially bigger than anything that we've been diving thus far.
There's a lot of stainless steel fittings down here. This is really different.
It was very unique, very uncommon type of features.
Red tiles all over the place. There's a lot of them.
We found more of these rubber kind of panels all over the exterior. And then as we uncovered more sand, we actually found on top of these panels this white, it looks like just stark white, not even stained. It's very unique material.
So what do you think this is, Jim? Definitely an aircraft. Might be something for space. I think we need to talk to NASA.
With new footage to review, the full team reconvenes on shore.
This is those orange panels we thought we saw in the first dive.
Looks like a tiled floor. Doesn't look aviation. Ugh.
I think we all have our doubts of what this may or may not be, but I've actually called a friend that is an expert on this and can shed light on what this could be. How you doing?
Hey,
good to see you again. Yeah.
Hey, Roy.
The team has invited two-time shuttle astronaut Bruce Melnick to review the footage.
So we got something to show you.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So we were trying to find the PBM Mariner. Can you make heads or tails of what we're looking at here?
What you're seeing there is the darker stuff, the orange stuff, that's RTV, which is room temperature vinyl. And then some of the white stuff you see there is foam silica tiles.
What do you think that is?
Well, that's part of the Challenger wing.
No way.
There, you can see that, yeah, that's part of the Challenger wing.
You're speechless. It's the Challenger.
The explosion of the Challenger space shuttle was one of the most tragic incidents in the history of the American space program.
Normal throttles for most of the flight, 104%.
Space shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Challenger, go at throttle up. Challenger, go at throttle up.
Flight controllers here looking very carefully at the situation.
On January 28, 1986,
Obviously a major malfunction.
the shuttle's explosion rained down debris across 486 square miles of ocean. Over the following months, the U.S. Navy undertook the largest salvage operation ever conducted to recover over 120 tons of wreckage. But nothing new has been discovered for years, until now.
Yeah, when you said this is the Challenger, I mean, that gave me chills.
I didn't know if it was folklore or legend, but I know that there was stuff left out there because there was no need to recover a lot of it when they got to the point where they found what they needed.
It's a big find for the team. For a discovery of this magnitude, the team needs to be absolutely certain. They are taking their find directly to NASA. But space shuttle debris is considered highly sensitive. The team is in uncharted waters.
What we're getting ready to do today is such a huge deal because how many people actually get the invite to come and sit down with some of the top folks at NASA to discuss a find from a dive?
A little apprehensive because I just don't know how they're going to feel about this. I mean, in a way, we're dredging up history, a really tragic event. So are they going to be upset at us? Or are they going to be thankful? I don't know where we stand with them.
Hello.
Hey.
Must be Mike and Jason.
Yes, sir.
how's
Nice
it
to meet
going?
you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Good to see you this morning.
Thank you, sir. Welcome to Kennedy Space Center. Well, I must say, your phone call certainly piqued my curiosity.
Yeah, so we have some footage from our dive here.
The team is meeting with Mike Cianelli, a program director at NASA overseeing the legacy of the Challenger space shuttle.
So, Mike, when I look at the coordinates, it certainly lies outside of the area that's commonly known as the Bermuda Triangle.
Definitely. Based on where the site is, it's within the debris trail of Challenger.
I have to say, you have certainly got my full and undivided attention. And I'm always a little cautious because, as you know, we've launched rockets for over 70 years, so there's a lot of objects out there. You know, after looking at the object in greater detail, you've discovered Challenger.
Space shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Now control.
When was the last time anything significant of Challenger was recovered?
It's been a long time, right? So Challenger happened over 35 years ago. The last time we had a piece come forward was back in 1996. So it's been well over 20 years since a piece came and washed up on the shore. So this would be a very significant find. It's a mix of emotions, right? It's much like when you watch the folks dive on Titanic. You're seeing something from over 100 years ago, and you're not connected to it in some ways. But then when you get down there and see the imagery, you're on board the ship. You're transported back in time, and this feels similar to me. This is a major part of history.
How do you think it's going to impact people when this is now shared with the world, this discovery here?
There's certain events in your life that you don't forget. There's certain events that you just remember. You'll never forget the images. This is one of those. I think it's going to be a moment of reflection from someone who has the honor to work in the space program. We're in the business of discovery and exploration. So I think it's going to connect a lot of people back to the purpose of why we fly rockets like this and over my shoulder. So perhaps that's an amazing legacy of Challenger, not just a past event that now is resting on the bottom of the sea, but it's to change the future for the better. But I certainly can't thank you enough for showing me this. Yeah, it's powerful.